Hey guys, it's Tarot and Beyond. In today's pick a card reading, we're looking at lucky things or lucky omens that are coming into your life. So how is your luck about to change? We've got three options as usual. Group 1 is the horseshoe, the golden horseshoe. Group number 2 is the 4-leaf clover, and group 3 is the pot of gold. If you feel called to more than one group, as usual, use your intuition to guide you to the messages within the readings that are meant for you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. We'll see you in your readings. All right. Hi, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the golden horseshoe. So, of course, pay attention to synchronicities around horseshoes. If you were drawn to this particular symbol, I do feel like you'll be seeing those as a sign that you are on the right track or that your luck is indeed changing or is in fact changing. We're going to go in with the Synchronicities Oracle, my new Oracle deck, which is now available for pre-order through my website. Link is in the description box below. You have the archway. Okay, so this can symbolize moving in a different direction or moving through, I just heard rite of passage, and upside down, it kind of looks like the horseshoe, you know what I mean? Like that shape, the U shape does seem to be significant for you, group number 1. So pay attention to U-shaped things as well. Okay, you have the yin-yang symbol. Not all of these cards are black and white, just these two. So it's interesting that you have these black and white cards coming out. I feel like if your life was in black and white, you're about to experience a change in your luck that will open up the flow of more of like a vitalized energy. Because when I think of black and white, I think of black and white thinking, mental distortions, not being able to see things clearly, or feeling cut off from your emotions or from the world or from the pleasures of life. So I'm seeing the yin yang here, talking about being able to balance that masculine and feminine energy, the light and dark within yourself, and move through this rite of passage or this initiation into new states of consciousness. Yeah. Okay. You've got the match. Exactly. So the match, and this is an unlit match, so it does signify that you're about, they said, strike while the iron's hot. Okay. I didn't put an iron in this deck, but there will be an iron in the next generation of Synchronicities Oracle that comes out eventually. But I'm feeling like you're going to be striking this match and lighting something up. And it's like through that illumination or through that new spark that you're getting, you're going to see your luck change, because luck is about alignment. I'm also seeing this vertical energy of the matchstick talking about alignment. Okay, we have one more off the top here, crescent moon. Crescent moon could be a significant symbol for you that you might see as well around the time that your luck is going to change. So pay attention to the symbol of the crescent moon and the teapot. Wow, the teapot has been coming out so much for me behind the scenes, and I just keep seeing it everywhere I go. So the teapot for me right now is talking about something that is done brewing. So it's kind of like it's been sitting there steeping for a while, and now it's ready for you to pour it out. It can also talk about information, and the matchstick is kind of like the Ace of Wands. So you might get some information specifically from your imagination that's ready to be served in some way. It's ready to be poured up. You might get some like hot goss from your intuition or from your subconscious mind, maybe even in your dreams, around what you need to do to shift your energy. I'm seeing that with the yin yang as well. It's like shifting your energy to be able to bring in more luck into your life and to walk through that portal, that gateway, that arch to this they're showing me a garden in my mind. It's like there's a garden on the other side of the archway, and it's beautiful and it's healing and it's peaceful. So there's something about abundance and walking through that rite of passage into the garden. And you have the UFO. Okay, so I'm hearing out of this world. Okay, so something out of this world, lucky, is going to be coming into your life. And they're also showing me those t-shirts clairvoyantly in my mind, you know, people wear that say, I believe, and then there's a UFO or there's a spaceship on it. So I'm getting that, like, if you believe in this, group number 1, you're going to see the results of that. There has been something, the teapot's also giving me a message of like, you've had to be patient with this. You've had to wait for quite some time. But there was a reason for that. Oh, you've got the knot. Okay. So the reason for that was because things were tied up. There was some kind of a cord or an attachment that needed to be dealt with. That's possibly the rite of passage that you needed to go through to free yourself from the karmic, because that's kind of what it feels like here with the not karmic situation or even karmic relationship or relationships, because the masculine feminine energy is here with the yin yang. So you had to do some energetic shifting to get this luck, i.e. spiritual alignment, into its upright fashion, right? Like into that vertical power current so that you could start to see it manifesting in the outside world. And I'm seeing that there with the tractor beam as well. It's like you're like pulling this in and becoming very magnetic to whatever it is that you've been working toward. And so your luck is going to shift and it's going to be ready to serve very soon. I'm also getting a message from the teapot of like Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast, and she's a caregiver. She's there to serve. She's there to, warm up people's lives with a hot cup of tea, So it's like there's something about soothing, nurturing, caregiver, divine feminine energy, and how that is being balanced or matched, quite literally matched with the divine masculine. Okay. Yarn. Okay, so the yarn and the knot in the rope. Both of these are talking about a similar message. Like I was saying before, there was something that was tied up, but you unraveled it. It's like you found that thread of where things were tangled and you were able to trace it back, trace it back, trace it back. I'm seeing the red color of this yarn being significant. It feels kind of like this was something in your root. So it could have been in your DNA, in your ancestry. And yeah, I did just hear ancestral karma. Good and bad, they're saying, good and bad. And they needed to be balanced out, right? Light and dark, good and bad. They needed to be balanced out, and you needed to shed awareness on these things because they were in the subconscious mind or they were in the soul blueprint. And then once you've done that, you're able to really kind of like ascend to a whole new level of awareness and technology, because the spaceship makes me think of technology. So you're ascending to a new state of technological advancement in how you're able to make your dreams a reality and experience the influence of quote unquote luck in your life. Fireflies in the jar. Okay. So the fireflies in the jar can talk about bottling up creativity, especially since it's coming out underneath the matchstick without it like the unlit matchstick. So there's something that maybe you've had a creative inspiration around for quite a while, group number one, and you're going to have a lucky break when you kind of like set this free. Maybe you were sitting around and kind of studying it for a while. That can be something to do with that as well, because I was getting this message of like catching these fireflies and then spending time looking at them, studying them, understanding them. So this may have actually been like a necessary process in influencing the progression of this luck. I don't think that this was wasted time. If you were sitting around waiting, I think that you were using this time, group number one, to be able to analyze the situation. And like I said, to untie yourself from some of these karmic knots. Spilled coffee. Okay. The tea, spilling the tea. It's kind of like that. So and they're showing me somebody taking the lid off of this jar. So I feel like there's something within you that needs to be let out. Maybe you need to say something to someone, spilling the tea, communicating how you feel, emotions, right? Tea, water, emotions. This could be something highly creative too. Something that is deeply rooted in your emotional self and needs to be expressed through some kind of creative outlet or some kind of unbelievable way of expressing it, like it's out of this world. They keep saying that it's out of this world. So there's something that maybe it's an innovative idea or something like new age, or they're showing me the soul blueprint and they're showing me, yeah, it's in the soul blueprint. And there's also ancestral DNA connected to the like galactic souls, the galactic community. So it's not just your human DNA. And that's, I think, why they were saying light and dark, because well, there's light and dark in both, but I'm seeing something about this galactic point of consciousness being important in how you're expressing your creativity or awareness, and your path, right? The path that you're on is leading you in the direction of this luck. But it is kind of a long and winding path. Maybe it felt like you weren't sure which way it was going. But there was kind of like a higher order to this. There was a level of action surrounding belief. They're bringing me back to the belief. So it's like, if you believe in your ability to do this thing or to see this luck or to have this blessing unfold for you in the way that you've been wanting it to, it can happen. Even if up until this point you have felt like things were kind of all over the place or you weren't sure where they were going, it's like there's this rite of passage, that the path is leading to this rite of passage, even with the two trees here on either side. It's like kind of a gateway there as well. So you're moving through some kind of some kind of like an in-between space that will get you to this goal, this luck. And you're going to be celebrating. You got the party emoji. It's party time. Yeah, so you're going to be celebrating a breakthrough here, an unbelievable breakthrough. Yeah, and it was just time. You needed to steep your knowledge or your wisdom or this creative idea and get the juices flowing. And then eventually, when you were ready, being able to let that loose and unleash it in some way, like letting it finally breathe and see the light of day, rather than secluding it in the nighttime and hiding it behind the scenes within yourself. Okay, you have the eye of protection. This is the eye that protects from the evil eye. So it's like a deflector, and you are, again, when we're talking about luck here, you've got a horseshoe up your behind, group number 1. And it's not always in the way that you think. Like sometimes the luck isn't in the good things working out in your favor. Sometimes it's in the bad things that you don't see that you're protected from. And that's what Spirit's showing me right now. Like there's a lot of other factors, and some of them being negative influences that you were not aware of, that you were and are still being protected from. So this is huge. Like this is really big. And Spirit wants you to know that this is part of your luck, and you're already in that. You're already in this luck of not needing to worry about attacks or failures or losses or things like that could significantly upset the balance of your life, because everything is very, very balanced for you karmically, group number 1. And as you walk this path with belief, with faith, with optimism and excitement, they're telling me excitement, that is in itself extremely protective. I don't know if we can fit another line in here, but let's try. Golden rings. I was seeing something to do with divine feminine, divine masculine energy with the yin yang. So there could be something here to do with relationships, karmic relationships from the past that are being ended. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Karmic relationships from the past that are being ended, or you're working out the threads of it and being able to see it more clearly. And it's like, as you unravel these threads, now you've got this whole ball of yarn that you've created. You can actually use that to make something else. It's like you've learned a lesson on something and you're able to, okay, sorry. Yeah, I can't even finish that thought because they just interrupted me with another message about cords of connection, but in a good way. So there was some knots in the cord that were preventing some kind of a union or inner alchemical marriage, or even like a divine counterpart situation on the outside. And it's like by unraveling that, this connection is more clear. And so it's like this divine sacred connection between you and this other person, or you and this other part of yourself, that it's like all you have to do is follow the thread and you find it. Yeah, you follow the thread and you find it. And then this is the path. It is a little winding, but you find what you're looking for. That's what they're showing me. You find what you're looking for. You find the person or the thing. You have the golden lotus with the Om symbol. So this is a very spiritual process for you. Of course, it's inner illumination. That's also what the fireflies can talk about, inner illumination. The knowledge you seek. Yeah, this is a very spiritual process. And they were showing me the blueprint, and the scroll can sometimes talk to me about the soul blueprint. It's within your soul blueprint. This idea, the knowledge, steeped in knowledge. Didn't I say that earlier? Steeped in knowledge, steeped in wisdom. Kitty's meowing in the background, by the way. I don't know if the mic is picking that up, but Kitty is for confirmation. And you have the meditating. This is like I knew galactic. Look at the galaxy man. He's meditating, connecting to this higher consciousness of the galaxy. It's in your soul blueprint. So starseed origins could be significant here in terms of your soul mission and this creative path, this destined path. They just said destined path, especially as it relates to, I keep getting these two things, creative expression and some kind of a commitment. You know, it doesn't have to be a person. It can be a commitment to this creative path or to this chosen destiny, this path. And the angel wings. Whoa. Again, I'm getting protection. You're so deeply protected on this path. And they're also giving me a message that your angels and spirit guides and spirit in general is celebrating you, group number 1. So it's definitely time for your luck to shift, because you've cleared out some pretty significant karmic things that were stuck within your soul blueprint. And this has been that rite of passage that's opening up all of this knowledge within you. You're accessing like higher and higher and higher states of consciousness and embodiment. And it's like the tea is now ready to be served. And I feel like you're kind of like condensing down all of this knowledge and wisdom that you have from your higher self and from within your soul, and you're like packaging that in some way or sharing it or communicating it. I'm getting communication really being important here, whether it's one-on-one and really deeply, intimately opening up about how you feel and what you believe, or to the public in some way. And again, there's going to be like some kind of a celebration. I did just get birthday party from this as well. For somebody, there may have been a recent birthday, and this could be significant as well. Or it could be like a birthday party that you're going to where your luck will shift, or it will feel like a birthday or a rebirth of the self. You have the hand. So the hand of the divine is what I just heard. You're going to be receiving something. So keep your hand out, take the hand of the divine, follow that into this path that's leading you to your destiny, to this higher alignment of luck. I'm also seeing something being offered to you. And they're, like I said, they're saying, put your hand out and receive it. Yeah, definitely receive it. Group number 1. You have the vitamins. I'm seeing supplementation, and I heard supplementation of income. Okay. So if you have been trying to manifest luck around your finances, or a creative project being lucrative or something like that, or the money that you need to do something physically, to commit to a chosen path, they're saying put your hand out, because people are going to be wanting to supplement your income, or you're going to be receiving. Yeah, Kitty's meowing in the background, confirmation. You're going to be receiving a hefty dose is kind of what it feels like of I'm hearing the word lucrative. Yeah, lucrative resources that are going to help you and support you on this path. Burning house. Okay, if you need to move physically, that could be part of this as well. I'm also hearing the roof is on fire. So let that motherfucker burn. Yeah, it's like, I feel like you're like letting some old karmic situations or people from the past be cleansed out of your life, and you're just like, I don't care, let it burn. This deep state of acceptance is really, really magnetizing, is what they're showing me. It's healing. This can also be the symbol of clearing out toxic things, like I was just saying, but also about moving, if you need to move locations or homes. It's like you've got the match. Are you going to strike it? Are you going to light it? Are you going to burn down the old that you don't need anymore, metaphorically speaking, and move on to something new? Or are you going to stay where you're at? You've got the book, again, talking about knowledge here. The knowledge you seek is within you. The knowledge you seek is also coming from the divine. So they said sit in meditation and channel it. Yeah, because it's going to come through your angels, your guides, your higher self, some kind of divine, yeah, yeah, definitely something to do with these starseed origins. It's like your soul has a lot of ancient wisdom. It's been around the block, it's been around the galaxy. It knows a lot, and you can access that through this soul blueprint. I'm also seeing the color blue here standing out to me in these cards. So blue ray could be significant. Throat chakra, learning, teaching, speaking could be significant. You have the sun. I like that you have the sun and the moon. It's yin and yang. It's like giving me yin and yang energy, balancing light and dark. And you have the golden thumbs up. So like this video. No, just, yeah, please do. But I feel like you're going to get like the cosmic like. And then on the bottom of the deck, you have the DNA spiral. Oh yes. I told you it was in your DNA. I knew it. It's ancestral, right? That's your DNA, but it's the soul blueprint also is coded into the DNA. So it's not just your bloodline in this physical earth reality. It's also your soul stream cosmic lineage. Yes, that's what I see. Okay. So definitely direct communication from your spirit guides coming up, group number 1. So pay attention to the repeating symbols, synchronicities, and unlocking this knowledge from within yourself. Listen to your mind, go into meditation, pay attention to what's coming through, especially emotionally, or like I said, within the symbols and synchronicities right now. So your luck is definitely about to change. Kitty confirms it. And you're being protected. You're going to be celebrating, and you're getting this like cosmic approval for the work that you've done and all of the things you've released and this commitment that you've shown on your path. So you're going to get your karmic reward, group number 1. So that is what I see for you. Thank you so much for being here on the channel with me today. If you guys are interested in purchasing the Synchronicities Oracle deck, you can find it on my website. The pre-order is going on now, and the more people pre-order, the faster the deck will come. Okay, so I need to get to a certain threshold of orders to be able to put in the bulk printing shipment order. So the more people order, the faster I can get them out. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here, for your support of my work here on the channel. I hope that this reading was helpful and that you are blessed by this very lucky turn of fate. Much love and blessings, guys. We'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the 4-leaf clover. So we're going to get some information about what your lucky charm is or how your luck is about to change using my new deck, the Synchronicities Oracle. Pre-order link is in the description below. You have this kind of like reminds me of a potion or a science experiment or something like that. There's some kind of secret potion that you're cooking up or that you've got within you. Yeah, the fountain, it's coming from within you. You've got this infinite fountain of wealth and abundance. Some kind of a wish that you've made is going to be coming true because you've got this secret elixir. You've got the potion right. I'm also just getting this energy of like the temperance card. So you've created this mixture that's now balanced. You have the billows, I think these are called, for fanning the flame, for getting that small spark or a little bit of coals, into a roaring fire. So I see your luck really being infinite here, group number 2, and it's being blown on by the divine. And they're showing me like, the emoji of like the wind person blowing out the air. It's like this huge mouth of God is blowing the resources you need into your life to be able to see this wish come true. You have the bubbles, and I'm getting reality bubbles from this one right now. So it's like you're seeing different perspectives, or you're seeing different realities, and you're being able to like merge them together in some way. I'm getting like multiverse type of energy here. Yeah, it's like the multiverse, and my stomach just started going crazy. I don't know if the microphone can pick that up, but it's like making all these weird noises all of a sudden. It's like air bubbles in the stomach. Something's cooking here. Yeah, it's like bubbling up. Some kind of a chemical reaction, alchemical reaction is going on here. Okay. Hey, you have the horseshoe. If you watched group number 1, this could be confirmation or an elaboration on that message, or you may be being called by Spirit here to go check out group number 1 as well. But I'm just seeing this also as a confirmation of just good luck for you. Group number 2, obviously that's what this reading is about, but this is confirmation of it here. Oh my God, no way. You have the symbol that you chose. And it's not even like I used the deck to choose the symbols. It's just like those happen to be the ones that Spirit channeled for the significator images. So you've got your 4-leaf clover as well. Okay, so what they're telling me is that group 1 and group 2's energies are connected, or the messages within those groups are going to apply to a large group of you. So I think a lot of you who are drawn to either group 1 or group 2 are going to watch both readings, and there's going to be messages there in both for you. You have the pond or the swamp. Okay. The sage bundle. Okay, there's something about listening, because I was like, I'm like hearing my stomach grumbling. I'm hearing the frogs outside. Like, I live in the country, and there's like frogs that are going off right now outside. And the sage bundle was talking to me about clearing something out, cleansing your space, possibly so that you can hear more clearly, hearing the message of the divine coming through to you. Yeah, adjusting your frequency. You've got the tuning fork. These two both talking about cleansing, clearing, adjusting your frequency so that you can become or get things flowing again, so that they're not so stagnant anymore. And you can create this right mixture. And you have the red hat. That could be a significant symbol. The red hat. I'm feeling in this reading that it's like a helpful or benevolent force or person that has got your back. Camera. Possibly someone who is behind or in front of a camera. I also just got a message that this is something that you're going to take pictures of. I also just got another message that you may have had pictures of this thing that you like, if you've been wanting to manifest something and you have a vision board of it, and it's like different pictures that you've compiled, or like a scrapbook or something like that. I'm getting that you have a lot of luck coming around the manifestation of what you've been visualizing, what you've had your focus on. Focus too. Yeah. Okay. Oh, clearing your lens, they just said. Yeah. If the lens gets dirty, things become foggy and it's harder to see. It's harder to hear. It's not as clear, right? So there's something about being able to clear out your energy, especially if something got stagnant, and get things moving again, get things flowing and bubbling back. And that's what's shifting your luck, stoking the fires within to really see things clearly here. Yeah, so they're talking a lot about purification and cleansing. Okay, so clean your physical body, clean your energy body, use sage or any kind of like incense, or Palo Santo, or whatever you've got, salt baths, tuning forks, singing bowls, specific frequencies here on YouTube can be helpful too. Reiki healing, going outside. I did see, and I forgot to mention it with these two cards, they were showing me somebody outside in nature. And it was really nice. So there's something about going outside and that also helping to increase your luck, because you're shifting your energy, clearing your energy that way. You've got the princess dog collar. And the scales. Okay. I feel like you're going to be receiving a lot, group number 2. And these two cards are talking to me about being pampered for some reason. So it's like you're going to be receiving, yeah, they're showing me like a little cute dog who's very well groomed with like a fancy collar and, plush dog beds all over the house and toys and fancy food. It's like a rich person's dog. Not saying that you're a dog, but I'm just saying you're going to be pampered, okay? And especially when you can clear out your energy, there's something about that tips the scales in your favor. Yeah, it tips the scales in your favor. The halo, get your crown chakra clear too. I was getting like a sensitivity to perception. I'm also seeing alignment here. And I did just get the phrase divine intervention. There's something about alternate realities. They keep bringing me back to that. Alternate realities that maybe you're focusing, what you focus on grows, they just said. So clear out anything that is distracting your focus or preventing that flow from happening. Because you want to get this alchemical process just right. You're transmuting something and you're like adjusting it so that you're aligning with the right harmonic frequency to put you in the very specific timeline or the very specific reality that has this opportunity or this luck. Rubies. Ooh. Ruby ray codes could be significant too. I'm seeing a lot of like wealth. I was getting that before, right? Like having a lot of riches. Something about riches here. And being pampered by the divine because you're taking care of your energetic health. You're keeping things squeaky clean. Yeah, squeaky clean. The soap, both of these energy cleansing tools, and then the halo. Yeah, you're keeping things squeaky clean, and that is tipping the karmic scales in your balance. Okay, I see. Oh, wow. Okay, another gemstone, but this one is the emerald heart. So emerald heart light body activations and ruby ray activations are being referenced here. That's what's putting you, they just gave me the word lap of luxury. And then they showed me the little dog sitting in the lap of its owner, just feeling so cared for and so loved and so cherished and precious. It's like oh my God, they literally just said God's lap dog. Okay, what? God is your master and God is taking care of you. God is taking care of you. You're God's child. Ooh, the snake. They were showing me something about outside and like in this beautiful garden or like in this beautiful outside area. It's reminding me of like the Garden of Eden. Wow. And that's why they're saying remove temptation. Right. Focus. Okay. So this is talking a lot about getting your mind and your focus clear and aligned so that you're not distracted with fears, with doubts, with they're saying clean your mind from that. Get things squeaky clean so that you can feel really taken care of, well taken care of. They're also giving me an energy of brainwashing. It's like these negative thoughts have brainwashed you in the past. Pessimism, they're showing me. Oh, 3D reality didn't match what you were hoping for, or you got stuck in some kind of karmic patterns that just kept looping and it really discouraged you or disillusioned you in the past. Or you could be in this now and this is what's about to change, depending on where you're at in this timeline. But I'm seeing like God stepping in or the divine stepping in your favor and you doing the work too. Like it's not like you are just kind of like helpless, like this little puppy waiting for God to come in and take care of you because God's your master. That's not what I mean. Like you are very much, you are God embodied. And it's like you are taking care of yourself and you're doing the work at the physical, practical level to be able to align your frequency so that your focus is right. And then therefore your creation is on point. Whoa. Yes. Okay, you have the Great Wall. You're building something great. Something huge. Did you know that you can see the Great Wall of China from space? Yeah, something about something that can be seen from really far above. And they're showing me like God's eye or God's thumbnail, which is kind of like the crescent moon. That came up in group number 1. Yeah, okay. You've got the waterfall. 2 energies of water flowing infinitely. So you will have infinite flow of abundance as you shift your mindset and your energy, and both of them are connected. You can clear out your energy to help your mind think more clearly, and you can clear out your mind to help your energy remain clearer. So doing energy healing or doing mental healing, I mean, realistically, both would be ideal. That's what's going to shift your luck. That's how you're going to see things open up for you, and you're going to receive a lot. Okay, I do feel this one on top. The butterfly. They just said butterfly effect when I flipped it over. Yeah, butterfly effect. So it's like one thing impacting another thing, but also the butterfly effect can have to do with chaos theory. And when we're talking about multiverses, which did come up here, I feel like those two things are correlated, but I don't fully know how. So, because I know kind of what chaos theory is. It's like this sort of random synchronization or random equations. Yeah, they're showing me that. I watched a video on chaos theory, and it was like this pendulum that if it starts out balanced like that, and then it starts to like flip around all randomly, and it's unpredictable. That's kind of what chaos theory is. It's like unpredictable. And when we're talking about luck, a lot of people associate luck with like random chance. So I think that's what's being referenced here, but they're showing me that it's like you can control the butterfly effect through your creation of reality as a creator being, as a divine God creator being. This is what you can do. You are a multiverse creator. So you can influence the luck. Statistically, they're showing me, statistically this can be done, but it can work both ways, they're telling me. They're showing me random number generators. They're showing me a reference of something that I learned years ago. I can't remember where I read this. I read it in a book years and years ago. And it was something about like negative psi and positive psi. So what this is like they brought people into a lab. They brought psychic people, and they brought like normies, like laymen's. And they had this random number generator, and they had them, each of these two contrasting groups, the control group and the variable group, go in and try to influence the numbers and try to get them to be a specific number that they wanted it to be. I think the psychic people were able to influence it more than the regular people. And they also observed a secondary sort of effect that they didn't predict, which was that some people could also manifest it the other way, past the statistical barrier of probability in terms of manifesting the opposite of what they wanted. And so they interviewed those people, and they were like, what were you doing? And they were like, well, I don't really believe in this. I think this is crap. And so what they were actually doing was pushing it away. They were still manifesting. They were just using it in the opposite direction. And so this is like literally what you think is what you create. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. But it's more than just thinking. It's like knowing, believing, and seeing results and having confirmation of that is, I think, important here. But there's something about shifting your vibrational frequency that puts you into, because that's what psychics are. It's just people who have worked on expanding, or who have naturally a higher frequency that they're just operating at as a baseline. And so when you're at a higher frequency, you can influence things positively. When you're at a lower frequency, you're more likely to influence things negatively. So they're talking about definitely raising your frequency here to have more control over that chaos theory, or that chaos unpredictability. Making it more predictable. Yeah, order. It's like divine order. Nope, we're going to keep going. Fortune cookie. Good fortune, good fortune. And they're showing me somebody with a full belly massaging their stomach going, after like eating a whole bunch of yummy, greasy Chinese food takeout. My favorite. Oh my God, my mouth just filled with saliva. And my stomach was grumbling earlier in this reading. Maybe you're hungry, group number 2. Maybe you need to eat. But they were talking about nourishment earlier with the caller there. They were talking about nourishment. So this could be talking about spiritual nourishment, having the energy flow. Because our primary source of nourishment at soul level is vital force energy. And we get that directly from the divine. Positively aligned souls anyway. But yeah, we get that directly from the divine. And so there's something about like feeding your soul this nourishing source that comes from the divine by getting your frequency right, that is going to improve your luck. is going to significantly shift your luck. And they just started playing the song Juicy. Oh, I was seeing juice boxes and juice all earlier today. And the line from Juicy was, I went from negative to positive and it's all good. Okay, so God, creator, the universe, you essentially, these are all just different synonymous words for you, are going to give yourself plenty when you align to these higher frequencies. You've got the feather. Again, your angels, you see you've got the halo. Your angels are guiding you. Your angels are trying to show you this information. The white feather also talks about purification. And that's what we were getting there with all of that energy cleansing. So you've got to get your energy body squeaky clean and keep it squeaky clean. You know, like one Reiki session every so long and then nothing else is not going to do it. That's kind of like going to the spa and then rolling around in a mud bath for the rest of the 365 days a year. It's not going to do it. This level of luck takes a lot of spiritual maintenance. That's the work. It's not about like the hands-on physical work. It's about the alchemy of doing the inner work. And it is daily. It is like minute to minute. And when you're a powerful creator, you can shift realities very quickly, very quickly. One negative thought and you'll be right down in this lower vibrational reality and timeline, and you'll see things start to get stuck or your progress thwarted. So they're saying be very, very intentional about your focus, because again, at a moment's notice or on a dime, you can shift into a higher frequency. So don't bum yourself out and say, if I drop down to this lower frequency, it's not going to happen. No, just correct it. Just correct it. As soon as you feel it, as soon as you notice things are getting a little bumpy or things aren't working well, or you're starting to feel doubt, or you're feeling a lot of dense emotions, clear out your energy, recenter yourself, get back into alignment, trust and know your power, and then boom, you'll see things shift. Plug, you got the outlet, the socket. I feel like you're tapping into the divine and you're getting some kind of juice that you need, like electricity, vital force energy, something's coming in. And it's like it's getting that current flowing. Oh, they're talking about grounding as well. You know, this little bottom hole here is the grounding line. That's what keeps the electricity from short circuiting and blowing up the whole house. So grounding, getting outside, I think is going to be part of cleansing your energy. Literally just going outside grounds and clears your energy, because you start to bring in more negative ions, which is good. You want more negative ions. That negative charge helps you to clear out. That's why we feel so refreshed when we're by the ocean or we walk in the forest, is because our auric field and our physical body are getting cleared by all of the negative ions. Yeah, they're talking about grounding here. And then that connecting you to this conduit of infinite energy, infinite flow, that allows you to control the results positively in your favor. Okay. Meditate and pray. You have the mala beads, okay? Mala beads, whatever. You've got a lot of indication here, group number 2, about getting into alignment spiritually. And I've talked about this in so many different readings. Luck is alignment. Luck is alignment. That's the magic potion. That's the Felix Felicis for my fellow Harry Potter nerds and fanatics. I always use this analogy, and I'm going to use it here in your reading group number 2. It's like when Harry drinks the Felix Felicis, liquid luck. That is what alignment is, because I've experienced it. I know it firsthand, and I've seen it in my clients. I have watched people shift their frequency after not just one Reiki session, or not just one soul clearing, or not just one soul realignment session, but after many and like lots of, behind the scenes work that they're doing, completely shift into these alternate timelines and realities where they are operating at a very high level. And it's like Harry. He just knows where to go, when to do things, and he doesn't even need to know why. He's just like, well, I just feel it. It just feels good. I'm just going to go do this. And he's happy and he's bubbly and he's in this like ecstatic state. It doesn't mean you always have to be happy, but it's trying to cultivate more of that intentionally. That needs to be the focus. That's the conduit for this energy to turn on the lights and get things moving again. So be sure to meditate and pray and center yourself and cleanse your energy and do all of these things, because that is where you're going to manifest the luck. That is what tips the scales in your favor. That is this huge shift that is coming for you. and that you are moving into, okay? Infinite flow. All right, guys, that's what I see for you, group number 2. Many, many blessings to you. Thank you so much for being here on the channel. Lots of good luck coming. And if you guys are interested in purchasing the Synchronicities Oracle, it is now available for pre-order through my website. The link is in the description box below. The more orders we get, the faster I can get them shipped out to you guys. So the more people pre-order, the better. And the first 50 pre-orders are going to get little special goodies specifically from me, blessed with lots of good energy and Reiki. So that's a good incentive. If you are drawn to the deck, it's a good time to purchase it. Thank you so much, guys. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye. All right. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose, or were drawn to, the pot of gold. So, I mean, like right away, I'm feeling like there's going to be some riches associated with this luck. Like a little leprechaun comes in and says, hey, follow the rainbow and you're going to find what you're looking for. So we're going to use my Synchronicities Oracle, now available for pre-order. Link is in the description box, to get some messages about this luck for you, how it's shifting. I heard happy, happy when I flipped the card over, and it's the happy face. Yeah, so it makes sense, right? But specifically, it's like a reference to 2 things. Happy, happy is a card in the, it's in this deck. Yeah, it's in this deck, the Wisdom of the Oracle by Caroline Miss. I think that's the one, or who created this one? I can't remember. Colette Baron Reed, that's who created this one, I think. Anyway, so there's a happy, happy card in here. I can't find it, but it's in there. And the other reference was to Duck Dynasty. Like the dad in that show, he always goes, happy, happy, happy. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. I feel like you guys are going to be very happy with this change in your luck. And I think happiness is also influencing it. So having a positive mindset, positive outlook. They're actually showing me smiling being significant. Whoa. And I just flipped over these 2 by accident. Okay, so we'll talk about those in a second. But smiling being significant. And it's like how smiling can shift your mood because it tricks your brain into releasing happy chemicals, serotonin and dopamine and stuff. I've definitely felt that in my life. Sometimes when I'm really having a hard day, I'll just put a smile on my face, just walking around my house. Why so serious? But it works. And then I can feel my energy shifting. Just like watching something funny and having a laugh seriously shifts your energy. And I noticed this when I used to work in the service industry too. I would go in grumpy because I hated my job, but I'd smile because it's part of my job. And then by the end of the day, I'm having a great day. So something about rowing yourself in the right direction. You've got the rowboat here. So putting yourself in the right direction using happiness. Yeah, again, direction with the darts. Aiming, focusing, and hitting your target. Bullseye, I heard. Bullseye. You're going to hit the bullseye, group number 3. You're rowing in the right direction, going with the current, going with the flow. It's like the happiness puts you into alignment and makes it easier so you don't even have to use your oars. Because the current is just taking you there. That's what it feels like. You've got the hourglass as well. So yeah, it's like the current, the gravity just works in your favor. It just pulls your manifestations to you. It pulls luck to you. If you've been waiting, yeah, I just got this standstill energy. If you've been waiting for something to move and it feels like you've been on pause from the universe, or things have been moving at a glacial pace, by all means, move at a glacial pace. You know how that thrills me, universe. I feel like I need to crack so many jokes in this group because that's just going to help you to shift your luck. This reading is helping you to shift your luck, and it's in divine timing that you've come across this, or you've chosen this, or been drawn to it, because it is helping you to hit the bullseye or hit the mark on this manifestation or this shift in the energy. Yeah, moving to calmer waters. I just got 6 of Swords energy from the rowboat too. The 6 of Swords in the tarot talks about moving to calmer waters, going from something that was a little bit, chaotic or disruptive or just kind of choppy waters into really smooth, calm waters, and breaking new ground or getting onto new land. You got the life preserver too. Whoa, yeah. Happiness is your savior, they just said. Use happiness wisely. wisely as in use it more. Like that's the wise thing to do. Use happiness in your favor, because that will shift the results and get things flowing again. Mushrooms, happy little mushrooms. Okay. They were showing me this almost like an LSD tablet. I didn't that was like they said happiness pill, and they were showing me like a happiness pill, and I didn't mention it, but then the mushrooms came out, and this is now looking to me like almost like an ecstasy pill. Okay, this is not saying to do drugs, group number 3. That is not the way to manifest luck into your life, but this is a metaphor. This is like taking a magic pill and being able to have an amazing time. It's ecstatic. It's getting into that ecstasy state, or that feeling of being like things are magical, and it's like happiness is going to change the way that you see things, but it's not a hallucination. It's real life. And it's going to save you from a situation you may have felt like you were drowning, because the life preserver comes out and the tides shift and you get into the boat, and then you're on track. Yeah. Okay, you've got the wedding cake. Feels like you're stacking something up, or you're baking something. Tears. This can also talk about like, stacking something up, like building on your happiness through sweet things. Because when I think of wedding cake, weddings are like super happy moments in our lives, right? Those are like pivotal moments in life that we look back on and go, wow, that was like a high point. Ecstasy they were showing, right? So it's like focusing on these really profound, positive experiences in life. That's what's shifting your luck, or that's what's coming. But I think it both. I'm getting both. Like that's what you're moving toward, but it's also how you're shifting your luck to move towards that. 2 tickets to paradise. They just started playing that. What is that? Like a Jimmy Buffett song? 2 tickets to paradise. Yeah, it's like you've got the ticket to paradise somehow, some way, shape, or form. It's like it's working out for you. Yep. You got the ticket to paradise, group number 3. 2 tickets to paradise, and you've got the wedding cake. Is this happiness in a relationship? Maybe something that you've been waiting for a long time? 2 darts. Whoa. And then the 3 mushrooms is kind of looking to me like the 3 of Cups in my mind, which can talk about reunion. It can talk about like soul family or friends, get-togethers, coming back together, feeling connected to family and friends. And I did mention Duck Dynasty, which is a family show. It's all about their family. Okay. Something about marriage or family could be significant. You have the skull. Ooh. I'm getting wizard vibes from that, like the skull and the hourglass. That's like what you would see in like a really cool sort of like wizard's castle tower. And yeah. So I think you're cooking something up here, like you're manifesting it. Maybe you've been journaling about this or doing affirmations. That can also be something. Gratitude tracking. I just got that message too. If you're not doing that, it's being recommended from Spirit. So again, it's like focusing on what makes you happy. That is what is going to shift your luck and get you back on solid ground, they said. Get you back on solid ground. Were you feeling like you were drowning? Oh, drowning energy can be about like feeling overwhelmed or depressed. Because I know like I used to use that as an analogy when I was really struggling. I would say like it feels like I'm drowning and I'm like there's no life preserver, and they're playing that song in my head. I'm drowning. Who's that by? So I see, bitch, I'm drowning. Something like, I can't remember who that is. Oops. I kicked the camera. Yeah, so it feels like maybe drowning in overwhelm or possibly low mood like depression or something like that could be something that's going on here as well. You got the golden infinity sign. That's good. That's very lucky. I heard everything's connected And look, the hourglass looks like an infinity sign too. So it's like everything's connected. And what felt like it was stagnant was actually connected to your happiness in some way. You've got the eggshells. You're birthing something new. I also just got full circle energy from this and like cosmic egg. Something about something coming full circle. Oh, skull is death. Eggs are rebirth. Full circle. Right. Okay. Candle. You have the lit candle. Okay. Wow. Group 3. I'm feeling like you're about to have a breakthrough. I mean, that's kind of what this whole reading's about, right? It's like your luck shifting, but I think that this has been a long time coming. And I feel like you've persevered through a lot. I'm getting that. Like you've persevered through a lot of disappointment and a lot of work. Like you were pecking away at the inside of this shell for a long time trying to get out. But it's like it finally cracks open and you're able to see outside of it for the first time. And it's like a whole new world. Yeah, new land, a whole new world. New states of consciousness. I was getting that from like the references to the mind-altering substances. Oh, bottom of the deck, we have the locket. Love could be significant here. Because I was seeing all the 2 things and the wedding cake and then the locket. Love could be significant. Love for life or love for a person. Maybe something that was dead is being reborn. Or you're letting something die so that you can do something else instead, something new. You have the windmill. Something about the wheat from the chaff. What is that quote? Separating the wheat from the chaff. Yeah, they're showing me grist for the mill, they said. Grist for the mill. Okay. So I'm seeing that if you were struggling, group number 3, if you were having like a really hard time and your luck was not good, this was all grist for the mill, and there was some kind of a death and rebirth process that was happening, and you were kind of like taking note of this and seeing how everything was unfolding is somehow connected to the positive outcome or the luck that you're about to get. You've got the cage, the gilded cage. It's like the golden cage. Let me see what else you've got. The Sphinx and the pyramids, the Great Pyramids. Yeah, I feel like you were cycling through time a lot with this situation, and there's something about you getting out of a golden cage, or you were in a golden cage, and you've managed to kind of alchemize that into grist for the mill. And I'm noticing that I'm being drawn. I just noticed that I'm being drawn to pulling off the bottom and the top, and I don't normally do that. So yeah, the bottom, death, the top, rebirth. The bottom and the top, okay. You got the Buddha, the wooden Buddha. There's coding, a lot of coding in this reading that's going to help you unlock your luck, group number 3. Egyptian coding, Buddhic coding, higher consciousness expansion coding, yeah. And the gumball machine. And the tickets and the gumball machine are both references that came up in previous readings, and they're reminding me of that right now. That's what's coming to mind. So I feel like there's going to be luck shifting in the sense that what didn't work before will not only work now, but it will work double what you expected, especially when you stay in this energy of happiness, or you like cultivate that as your primary operating state of consciousness. Okay. We have the cassette tape and the "you are here." This is kind of like the world, like geomarker. So there's something about knowing where you are or where you stand. And they were talking about new land. So maybe your luck is going to shift. They're showing me somebody having a map on the wall and throwing a dartboard at it and then being like, I'm going to go there. So travel could be part of this luck shifting, or yeah, something about travel. But the cassette tape, I feel like listening to high vibrational music is going to help. Yeah, something about just happiness, like cultivating happiness. Champagne, celebration. There's going to be a celebration. Tickets and wedding cake and the champagne. It's like, yeah, some kind of a special event. Your luck could shift at a special event, group number 3. And it's like, it helps you to remain positive or optimistic in the face of some of the challenges that you've been through, or the lack of flow that you were experiencing or are experiencing. But it's like there's something that's shifting, and this special event could be literal, could be metaphor. Spirit will do both. So you'll have to see how this plays out. But there's something about this. I'm getting elation energy, and they were telling us like ecstasy before, like higher states, expanded states of consciousness. But I just feel like excitement around some kind of a celebration. You've got the geode. You know what's actually really standing out to me is like the black, sort of the dark blue in the middle here, and it feels like a black hole that just kind of started to pull me in. And that feels to me like depression. Like, I've been there, I get it. So it's like this life preserver that saves you from depression, maybe even microdosing, because I know microdosing with mushrooms can be helpful for depression. Not a doctor. Hashtag disclaimer. But there's something about that could be significant. Exit. Yeah, I feel like you're getting out of a negative state of mind that was keeping you trapped. And you're going to be celebrating that because you're happy now, and you're going to be happy moving forward, and you're moving to like greater lands. Or maybe you weren't happy where you were physically, and you're actually physically moving or traveling. Because the rowboat and the globe here, and then that map image that they were showing me clairvoyantly of like that person throwing a dartboard at a map and choosing where to go and buying tickets maybe to it. It's like, so there's something about getting out into the world. Yeah, because you have different examples of like different world religions or different places. Could be literal, or it could be through consciousness expansion. You've got the wine glass as well, the red wine. I heard the vessel is full. They're showing me you like bringing in this energy of luck through the Holy Spirit. Like, I was hesitating to say that, but that's what they just showed me. They said Holy Spirit, and they showed me the candle and the candle flame and the wine here. And it's reminding me, I went to a Catholic school as a kid. I don't consider myself like devoutly religious, but it reminds me of my first communion. We didn't get wine. We got like, I don't even remember. I was 7 years old, but there's something about like, it's like your first communion. It's a special event. It's something to celebrate. Consecration with God is what they just said. And there's different like religions here. So I think it's just to do with spirituality, but there's something about like consecrating this relationship with the divine, with the infinite, through this understanding of the infinite passage of time through death and rebirth cycles within your life, going from darkness into light, going from depression into happiness, going from these lower states of consciousness to these higher states of consciousness, and your vessel being full, like your vessel being your body, your energy body being full of light, feeling more elated, feeling more optimistic, and therefore having more luck. A lot of luck. 3D glasses. Take off the 3D glasses. Group number 3. Seeing from a higher consciousness. I really feel like consciousness expansion, mind-bending, they said. Mind-bending experiences in some way shake off the chains or get you out of this gilded trap. You've got the Holy Grail underneath. No way. Yeah, they're talking a lot about the chalice here, the vessel, The vessel is full, vital force energy, getting up out of the matrix, getting out of the 3D reality and distortions of like low vibrational thought patterns and other stuff like that. Journal it out. They keep drawing me back to the journal, and it's kind of like this. This is like almost like the exact same thing that I have in terms of like my synchronicity journal that I keep every month. I'll show you. I buy these like composition books, you know, these ones, and every month I fill it up like entirely full with synchronicities and different like journal entries about what's going on for me spiritually, or what I'm going through, or meditations, breakthroughs in meditations. What else? Other like general information. Like I just kind of fill it with everything, and it helps me so much to see spirit in a more tangible way. Because yes, I'm clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, etc. But you know, when you operate at the 3D level in the world, it's sometimes like even psychics such as myself will get cut off from that. It's just natural. It's part of the human experience. And it's like with the intentional awareness, I'm able to, by tracking these things, pay more attention to them. And it's not confirmation bias. It really is this expansive process that gives you higher states of consciousness and then frees you from these traps, these mental traps. Yeah, they're saying eternal life, and they're showing me like mummies and how the Egyptians believed in the eternal life, and they would preserve the body. There's something about like time and infinite life. The Holy Grail is about that too, right? Yeah, you had that. So something about like immortality. Yeah, immortality. Infinite happiness, they just said. Infinite happiness. The well of peace is found within. That's what Spirit said. But you have to take off the 3D glasses. You have to exit the matrix. Get out of the depression or the funk or the low vibrational energy and get back into elation. Your natural state of being is ecstatic. If you are anything but that, you are disconnected in some way, or it has become distorted in some way. Ooh. Not to say that you have to be ecstatic all the time. I think more of the baseline is just like peace and contentment, trust, knowing. Yeah. But they're talking about like the higher you go, the more ecstatic you feel. And the easier it is to trust, and then the better it is that the better results you get in terms of your luck, right? Because you guys have heard me say it a million times. If you haven't, I'll say it again. Luck is alignment. Luck is spiritual alignment, soul alignment. That's how you manifest luck. So write it down, write it all down, and you'll start to see the patterns, or you'll start to see the synchronicities if you're not already doing that. But yeah, I see that your vessel is going to be filled. Lots of good luck, and you're breaking free. You've got 2 tickets to paradise, group number 3. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy to see that for you. So that is what I have for you today, group number 3. Thank you so much for being here on the channel. If you guys are interested in pre-ordering the Synchronicities Oracle and getting this for yourself, you can do so now through the link in the description box below. The more people who order, the faster we will be able to ship those orders out. I'm doing it all myself, so bear with me on that, and I'll keep you guys updated as we go along. But the first 50 orders will get special goodies. Maybe you'll get one of these in your order. Who knows? And some other fun stuff. So the first 50 orders get little special goodies. So a great time to order before that quota is hit. Thank you so much, guys. I love you, and we'll see you in the next reading. Bye.